In this video, there's going to be another incident which is a prime example of how things are going for us right now. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. Now if this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, subscribe now and click the bell icon so you get notified of every video I upload and you don't miss a thing. Today's video is the next video in our quest to be the best series. This series is following my journey of pushing on and trying to put my ticket at the 2019 Gran Turismo World Tour. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see how we get on and see whether we get any closer to our goal. So let's get into it. So the next race that we're covering is the next round in the Manufacturers Series. We're in Group 4 and we have a race here at the Red Bull Ring. So covering the top 5 as we always do, you'll see that I am not in the top 5 or anywhere near it. Had an absolutely awful qualifying session, but we'll get to that in just a moment. There's a shout out here to ADX Dawson, long standing member of the ERT community, qualifying in 4th there, and we, I wasn't lying to you, are down in 19th. Just a terrible session. Nothing went right for us, but let's see how far we can fight up back through the pack. So the fun is going to begin straight away here as the Lambo gets sideways when the field get released and everybody slows down and creates a massive concertina effect, trying to avoid him because we have heavy damage as we do in all these FIA events. So we're 3 wide, potentially 4 wide, coming down into the Castrol Edge for the first time. Again, everyone's being super careful, which is another reason why I absolutely love heavy damage. Well, at this stage I love heavy damage anyway, because everybody just doesn't want to make contact with each other through fear of chucking away their race, which I think is promoting the right behaviours and is great for Gran Turismo. As I say that though, the Porsche completely outbrakes itself and rams the Mustang straight up the backside, going into Remus for the first time. But coming down to the Schlossgold curve, turn number 3 here, we're going to go up the inside. We've got to start making our way up the pack here. Everybody's going to run real wide. There's going to be a little contact there. Someone's going to go round, but we're going to find ourselves going all the way up to 14th. So not a bad start there through the first 3 curves as we come into the 4th and 5th corners. We're up 5 places from our starting place of 19th. Let's see how much further we can progress up the field. And this is going to be aided, I hope, by our strategy, which today is going to be a no-stopper. Now for me, I didn't find that the mediums lasted long enough, and the hards almost lasted too long. Now they're a little bit out of kilter, but I'm not going to complain, it's a very minor thing. But I'm going to try and make these hards as we cross the line to start lap number 2 stretch all the way to the end, because as you can see, I appreciate it's only been 1 lap, but there's hardly any wear on these tyres at all, and I'm banking on everybody else coming in. So if we can just hang on to the guys up in front, which we seem to be doing at the moment, we should come into play later on in the race. But of course, it's not going to be that simple, is it? So we're going to get smacked straight up the backside there by the Mustang, who himself got hit up the arse in turn number 1 on the first lap, if you remember. We have picked up some damage, some rear aero, but at this point I don't think it's going to affect us too much, and we're going to keep going as it is. We can't come in at this stage anyway. We'll fall all the way down the pack, because as you can see on the track map here, we've got a front pack who is breaking away, and then we've got these guys that you can see all up in front, which are the guys I'm hoping to overtake by staying out of the pits. So when these guys all come in, I'm hoping to jump them, and then we're just going to try and defend and hold on to as many places as we can so that we can get the best finish possible come the end of the race. So jumping ahead slightly now, we've managed to catch right up onto the back of 13th here. As you can see up ahead as well, the yellow flags are out. Somebody's come a cropper. There he is in the gravel as a cone goes flying across the track. So we are now up to 13th place. So we're continuing to gain and things are looking reasonable at this stage. So what's happening is the guys up in front are battling, which has allowed me to take 1.3 seconds, now even more, out of them on the last lap alone. So now that we're stuck in a slipstream, I'm hoping we'll be in a position very shortly to make a move on this guy, and I'm banking at this point as well on these guys all coming in, so things are looking very good at this stage. I mean, we've lost the front pack as you can see up the top, but this next pack we are definitely in a race with. So they're getting pretty damn race themselves. I'm going to have a look up the inside just to let them know I'm there, and the Merc is actually going to go round, so we're now up to 12th now. I have to take evasive action to keep my momentum and to not hit the Jag here. The Jag's pulled out of the Nissan slipstream, so we're going to stay in his slipstream. The Nissan then comes across and goes defensive, so I'm hoping we'll be able to follow him through here. Not quite able to at this stage, but there are opportunities there, I can see them. So we just got to wait for the right one. These guys are battling quite hard here, as you can see, side by side. A little bit of contact there as well, so we're going to close right up on the Jag, following him through these S's right here. And this is the sort of time that I found that the mediums went off. The Nissan's gone ultra conservative there, ultra defensive. So we're going to come in here and the Nissan's going to run wide, so I'm going to try and go up the inside of them both, but it turns out the Nissan was trying to get into the pits. So I get an SR knock and it turns out the Nissan was on medium, so it goes to show that our theory about being on the hards was the correct one at this stage. And look, we're halfway through the race and they're still in pretty decent nick. I don't know what anybody else is around us, but for us right now, a top 10 finish is definitely on the cards. We're going to get the run on him up here to turn number 4. I'm going to have a look. He's going to brake really, really late there, which is just as well we didn't go up the inside because he cut straight across us there. But all the while we've been concentrating on the guys up in front. The Spaniard in the Aston that you can see now in our rear view has managed to catch right up to us. You can see him there on the radar. Thankfully he pulls out of that one there as we come down into turn number 3. The tyres are getting a little bit slippy now. They're still alright and I still think we'll be able to go to the end, but there's just a little bit less bite in them now, and we've got to do our best to keep this Aston behind us. Coming through turn number 4 and turn number 5 here, this is the sort of time that I'd be expecting for those who are on the mediums to start coming in. So it'll be interesting to see who around us is on mediums, and it will get a true test against what our pace is like. Because if everybody else is on hards, then we're okay. But if everybody else is on mediums, then that is really, really good. So the Spaniard dives off into the pits behind us there, and yes, he was on a set of mediums as well. So things are looking quite good at this stage. We're now up into the top 10, but now we're going to have to start looking in our rear view, because those who are on the fresh mediums are going to be very, very quick during the early part of their stint. But I'm hoping it should even right off and we may have an advantage towards the very end of the race. Keep your eye on the German in 9th and then the rear view mirror here. So I almost turned in. Thankfully I saw him coming, so I delayed my turn in, but he absolutely dived straight up the inside of everybody, so it was quite lucky that we didn't get hit there. But it's just another reminder that we've got to be so careful in case of damage. So we've got somebody who's on mediums behind us. We've got ADX Dawson there. So So he's just going to come through. He's got superior grip on those mediums. Oh, I try and tuck back in a little bit too early. There's a bit of contact, but luckily there's no damage on either of our sides now. So just look at the traction. He gets off out of there. I get a slight slide on, so we lose places there. But to be honest, it's not the end of the world anyway, because these guys were part of that front pack that we were discussing earlier, and they're on the fresh mediums. And to be honest, I probably would have lost more time defending when the outcome was already determined than I would have done just letting them through anyway. Jumping again ahead to lap number 8 now, and they haven't been pulling away. These are the guys all on the medium, so to be honest, I was happy with our pace at this point, but we're about to become victim of something that is just personifying exactly how things are going for us right now. So we're going to come through turn 4 here. Keep your eye in the rear view. We're going to run a little bit wide here, but nothing crazy, and we're just going to get put round by the Dutchman, and that is not the end of the fun. 2 for 2. We're going to get hit up the backside, and in the gravel we go. Race absolutely ruined. Things were looking good, but let's go back and see how it looked from their point of view. This guy here just punted us round, didn't even bat an eyelid. But this guy in the Merc, I do feel for slightly. So look up ahead, here we go. I've just been put round there by the Dutchman. I'm ghosted, the guy in front goes through, I unghost right in front of him, and he has nowhere to go and just hits me. And that, guys, is pretty much how it's going for me right now. We just kind of are a bit of a twat magnet. We seem to always find them, and I'm not talking about the guy in the Merc. He didn't really have too much of a choice there. I clearly ghosted back in front of him and he had nowhere to go. But the first guy, I just don't understand what goes through people's heads sometimes. But never mind, nothing we can do about it now, and to be honest, we can just add it to the list of people we have come across on this journey, and we'll have to wait till next race to try and do a little better. But we've put on the mediums now, and we're going to absolutely go for it for these last few laps and see what we can do. So 1 lap later, we've managed to take 3 seconds out of the Cayman up in front here, and we're just going to try and cleanly get past him to at least make an improvement on our starting position of 18th. So we're down the outside here, coming into turn number 4. He's going to run wide. He's clearly suffering with his tyres, but we're going to stay on him here. He's going to run wide, which is going to compromise his ability to get back on the power, and we're just going to go around the outside of him, coming towards the penultimate set of curves. So we're up to 17th now. At least we're ahead of where we started. And that's how it ended. So the downward spiral continues. I'm hoping our luck is going to change very, very soon. And thanks to our latest encounter, we lost a further 900 points and we're at 43,806 now. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Cheers.